plus setup actually starts from the higher time frames. It starts from the daily or the 4-hour time frame. So we're going to be going over ES, an amazing case today that was super simple to catch if you understand these principles. So we start with a higher time frame bias, and we are looking for these 4 things. So structure, dealing range, PD arrays, and fair value gaps. So let's head up to the daily time frame and understand what we're looking at. So on the daily time frame, what's happened is, in fact, let's quickly break this down. So we have on the higher time frames market structure, dealing range, PD arrays, and fair value gaps, premium and discount arrays, and fair value gaps. The next thing I look for once we have a higher time frame bias, the second thing will be our key levels. In particular, a key level is a fancy way of looking at 15-minute fair value gaps, and we pair this with the power of 3, which is the most important indicator I use in the markets. Now, step 3 is where everyone seems to fail, and this is the order flow, and this is the ATAS platform. So I get a lot of questions about the ATAS platform. Just to be aware, the ATAS platform itself is very, very important to use, and the reason why is because the ATAS platform gives you the order flow, right? So we can draw, let's say, a key level like this. This is a 15-minute fair value gap. And what you need to understand is you're reading the same data, but you actually get to read the buyers and sellers inside of every candle. So you need to be using the order flow if you want to trade correctly. Now, with that being said, let's get into the actual meat of the video. So if we start with the daily time frame, right? The daily time frame, we want to understand a few things, right? We are looking for basic market structure. So notice how price has given us a structural high, structural low, structural high, and then we had a break over here. So this break corresponds to this area over here. So this is now going to be, so I have structure high, I have structure low, I have structure high. Right now from here, what's happened is if we zoom into price action a little bit more, what we can see is price has actually filled this higher time frame fair value gap, right? So price has come into a daily bullish fair value gap, and we've respected this zone. So if we just draw this over to the left, we see 2 areas where price has tapped into a daily fair value gap, price has tapped into a daily fair value gap. So what's important to understand is that we actually didn't have a discount for this leg, right? So when price moves higher like this, so we have an impulse leg from this structural low all the way up to the all-time high over here. So we haven't really come into the discount up until this stage, right? So this is what gives us the confirmation to look for buys. We're at a daily POI, we're at a daily fair value gap, and we're below this 50% level. Now, with that being said, let's now head down to the 15-minute time frame.